Here's paper.
Okay, guys, get out a blank sheet of paper.
Can I have a pencil?
I don't have one. Who said that?
I don't have one either, so what do I do?
Pen.
Charcoal.
Use a pen.
Charcoal, marker, Sharpie.
Will,
Where?
Did you just say charcoal?
Yeah, you can use that, sir. Will, when he has any question that somebody's asking, he says the most scientific answer. Do you have another scientific?
Scientific method.
Guys, hush.
This other one got it.
That one doesn't have staples, that one does.
For it,
The kid at my tech class does a doodle block so good.
my hair's fine.
It's just upset.
No, it's the fact that last year, being good.
Was it a bug? He doesn't.
Where's my pencil?
There
There it
But
is.
it's still gonna go. Like a big chunk. Last year was the best one we could get through.
Because they were so big.
Whoa. I'm gonna show you.
Good.
Pencil.
Take this little.
Stewies.
I'm pretty sure everyone's going to have work 2 years here. For basketball.
Hey, bro, did you do that sort of thing?
I'm probably going to be either. Yeah, I'm one.
Alright,
I'm probably going to start on the baby.
guys, now we're talking. Now we're talking. We can get through this quickly. Montana, what are you doing? You did not say you can move the door, but
Come on. I'm taking it free.
yeah.
Wait, what
Buddy. Hey, yo, what did she do? You look just like Buddy.
What?
page?
It's not a page, it's a test review.
So does that mean?
Okay, Trevor, do a problem.
Okay, which one? Left and top and bottom?
Both.
I can't see the whole top one. First one?
Wait, is the first one a
You
decimal?
got anything in the last 2 minutes?
I didn't understand. Is the first one gonna be a decimal or whole number? Decimal.
It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's pretty much. Can you do it? Man, in my head. Not. Yes. That works. Blessings. Bless you. Yes, it is.
There's two in there.
I keep them both.
That's I write better with this.
Okay, did you guys get it?
Yes.
What did we get?
No.
Yeah, so,
I like that. We should do it like that.
Yes, do it. These for us.
Why'd you times it?
When
Okay.
more guys in the class, it's more fun.
the top one doesn't work. Or the top one does work, but the bottom one doesn't, so this is a no. This one is false.
Wait, so how do you know if it doesn't?
You just
You
work it
plug
out.
it in.
You work it out, see if it's true or not.
But it would have to be.
This would be
negative
6
0.5.
plus 4 is 10, not 4. Okay. Number 2. Did you guys get this one work?
Academic flail.
I did.
2
Yes.
times negative 2 plus 1, is that greater than negative 10?
Yes.
Yes, it is. This is like negative 3, which is greater than negative 10. And 5 times negative 2 minus 2 times 1, is that less than or equal to negative 12? Well, it comes out as negative 12,
But it's equal.
which is less than or equal to negative 12. This one is a yes. Okay, the next one is solve by graphing, solve graphically. So that's why we got the graph paper.
Will can be a rapper, for real.
Next to him, question mark?
No way.
What?
I forgot what the rest of it was.
Okay, shh, guys, solve by graphing.
Yes. I'm very glad.
Is the Bobby one missing part? Yeah, you have to draw it. Thank you.
Wait, did you have to put some graph paper?
I did not get the graph paper, did they hand it out?
did not, in fact, get graph paper.
No.
Actually.
Is it because you don't like me?
That's
I got two.
Listen, Jordan. Daniel's too scared to ask you. What? He wants to sit on the ground right there.
No, I don't.
Silly goose.
You just cry.
Okay, what's the first, guys, be quiet. What's the first step to graphing this? Okay, get y by itself. So y equals 5 minus x doesn't mix, so just put negative x plus 5. Subtract 2x on this one. Okay, hell, I'm not gonna get out the graph paper for me. So, it's kind of important to have graph paper because you gotta be a little bit neat here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He just broke the system.
How? Because he's built it.
Okay,
Because he's up and on.
the slope is negative 2. What do I do with that? Down 2, right 1, right?
That's a beautiful line. That's actually like super straight.
Okay, the other one starts up at 5. It's right there. And then what's the slope on this first line?
Negative 1 over 1.
Okay, whoops. It's down 1 over 1, right? Negative 1 over 1. So you go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. You can see where they're intersecting it. So the solution is not the graph, it's where the two graphs intersect.
2, 3.
2, 3.
Why can I not count? 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh.
Alright,
There we go.
what would change, you guys, if I turned this into like a greater than or equal to? Less than?
Shaded in. It's a
Okay, it would become a shading problem.
It'd be shaded.
So this next section is still solved by graphing, but it's
It's just shading.
inequalities. Solved by graphing, but these are inequalities.
Noxious, get you cheating. I'm steaming.
Oh, that's what it was?
Alright, solve that graph, that's 4.
Of course it's not.
4 yet?
No.
Still working on it.
Yes, sir.
That's what.
Trevor. Can I kick you out? Oh.
Nerd.
It's
LOL.
the second time today.
Good.
Making your own video. You're a superstar.
It's a fancy channel, that's like
No, he's gonna get billions of views.
Sorry.
Nah, he said yo.
Can he separate you two, maybe?
I didn't do anything. That was when you wasn't.
Alright, so on this top one, we start down at -3, right? And then we go rise 2, run 1. Is the line solid or dashed?
Solid. It's a solid choice.
Okay, and then on the bottom one, we start up at 1. And where do we go from there? Up 3, right 1. Well,
Yeah, it's long.
it's weird.
You
I
have
wonder
to
if
keep
the
on
one
going
on
down.
the
You have to keep on going
Oh,
down.
let's make them actually cross. So I'm gonna change that to a -3 slope.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know.
not kidding.
No, I'm not
No,
trying that.
he is not.
Why would you now have to read?
How can you joke about something
Okay.
so
Well,
serious?
Mr. Jordan, I'm writing
Is
it
that
down,
line
so-
going to be solid or dashed?
Dash.
Dashed. Sorry.
I'm writing in pen now.
Well, now it's easy.
What, Carson? That's so.
Okay, both of them say greater than. So where should it be shaded? Both of them?
Top B.
Yeah. If it's greater than both, it's where is it above both of them?
Oh, that makes sense.
At the top.
Wait, Mr. Jordan, I got mine across. And I did it the other way. Look.
Yeah, if you make it long enough, it'll
Yeah.
eventually cross.
So, anything's possible.
So that's just crossing a line.
Well, with algebra too, anything's possible.
Yeah.
That's cap.
It's all the.
Alright, are you guys done with 4?
The question is
Yeah.
whether
With math, I can eat breakfast.
you're not wrong.
Okay,
Oh, I got this.
Trevor, what do we do?
We're gonna go -3 down. So we're gonna go down. Let me write this on my thing first, please. Number 5. Graph 5 down.
What's the graph of an absolute value?
It's a V.
It's a
So you're
V.
gonna go down 3 and then start a V.
Alright, is that line going to be solid or dashed?
It's gonna be dash, but I did mine to solve. So I'm gonna make it look like it's solid on my paper because I don't have a.
Okay, and what do we do about the other one?
I'm gonna make them both solid. Some of the stuff. The other one, you are gonna minus x into 2y is the x plus, yeah.
Just
So
like
it's
I
gonna be
made it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get y by itself so you can find the slope and the y-intercept.
See, Carson.
Oh,
1 half x
Oh, splendid day.
minus 3.
Okay, I did something wrong. Do you guys know what I did wrong?
What the?
Okay,
Just switch the sign.
yeah, the inequality was supposed to switch when I divided by a negative.
Big brain.
So it's actually that. Alright, so that one also starts down 3, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it's,
That's where they meet.
how do we use the 1/2 slope? This one, it doesn't really matter where they meet.
1 up over 2.
Is this gonna be weird? The line solid or dashed?
Dash.
I don't like this
We're
one.
dashing
Is this the exact one that's on the test?
No,
exactly. Why would
it's
you do
never exactly the same. Well, maybe
That
almost
would
never.
Not exactly.
Okay, so it's supposed to be Less than on the V, right? So it's below the V, and it's supposed to be greater than on the line.
So it's.
So the
So
right.
It's both right now.
There's two places.
there's two places. It's below the V here and above the line there, and it's below the V here and above the line there. So I don't think the one on the test is gonna look quite like this, but I mean, it could.
I heard you play. Who's in the ledger?
Well, listen, you're.
Alright,
No, I just doesn't make math things. This is sustainability.
Actually, his was 3 hours lower.
Yeah.
You're 2. Graphing question.
no, we're done with graphing. So this is solved by substitution, that's the next thing.
This is our study guide, correct?
Yeah. Joe, what? Alright. There we go. Got it. Okay, I want you guys to use substitution on this one. Okay, nice, come on, come sit up here.
I don't do anything.
Obviously you did.
Do you want us to
Come on.
so can we give you company, Mr. Gordon?
Hmm?
Can we give you company up there?
No, just, you guys stay back there,
Can I sit on my knees, like in case it doesn't, like, incident?
I guess.
I'm gonna take this one.
Hey, yo, and we do.
Bottle flip or no?
Okay, let's do one more substitution and we'll do elimination after that. Alright, so both of these by substitution.
Keep your lip down.
Where's 7? Nice, thank you. Mr. Jordan. What is this solve by substitution? We use elimination.
I won't give you full.
Wait, this is what you.
Okay, so, did you guys get 6 yet? How are we doing?
Yes. I understood the Cleveland brand song.
So, if y equals 2x minus 9, then the top equation, you can replace the y with 2x minus 9.
Oh, I did it the wrong way.
You put it in for the x.
No, what I did is I brought it over and I subtracted the x to both sides and divided
Oh,
by 4.
that's called elimination.
Yeah. So I got y equals 3, negative 3 over 4, y after 9.
No, there's no fractions on this one.
I got a 0, -9.
Okay, yeah, distributive property, simplify.
I don't know what I did.
You should have got x equals 0. Once you get x is 0, you plug it back into one of the equations. 2 times 0 minus 9 gives you y. So y is negative 9. Okay, let's try one more of those.
Hold on, please.
Trevor, after you plug it in, you probably can do it on your own.
I didn't get the other thing, like the what I need to plug in, like what the y is.
Is 7 a
Just
decimal?
put in 0 for x. No, what's supposed to be? Did I copy it wrong? X plus, oh, hold on. X, no, I copied it right. All right, so this one doesn't say y equals or x equals. So we need to make it say y equals or x equals. How can I make it say x equals?
Move over the.
Plus 6y. Move over the 6y, plus 6y. Then we have x equals negative 17 plus 6y, or 6y minus 17. Yes, that can go for x in the other equation.
So x equals 0 on that first one.
Yeah. Oops.
Is this still substitution?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. That's true.
Um, really, it's just the first step. That's the trick, right? Everything else is just kind of normal algebra stuff.
You want?
Do you guys get 1 and 3? 3 and 1?
You got that for the first time,
Oh, remember, and this is important because this is a test. After you do it, you can plug it in the other equation and check your work. Like I got this from this, I got my answer from this equation, the 1. So if I plug it in the top and it works also, that's a way to check it. 3 times 3 is 9 plus, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 5 times 3 is 15. 3 plus 15 is 18. All right, now let's try a couple of eliminations. I don't know, we might be doing okay. All right, let's do, should we do one medium? Let's do this. So, yeah. Solve by elimination.
Not really.
what would be a good first step?
Multiply the top row by 2.
Okay, multiply the top row by 2 because what happens is the 2y would cancel out with minus 2y. So top line times 2,
So 4x.
Would that help?
So then add this together. 7.
top line times 2 becomes that bottom line. And then you can add the second and third line together, the y's go away. And once you get x, you gotta plug it into one of the equations. I'll plug it in the top. 2 times 4 is 8, plus y equals 15. Get rid of that.
Where'd you get 7 at?
4x plus 3x. I added these two lines together. 7x.
Wait, where do you get the 8 plus y?
I plugged 4 back into
Oh, you just didn't write the 2.
2 times 4 is 8. Since I got that from the top equation, I could check it by plugging those into the bottom equation.
Do we have the test tomorrow?
Yes.
Should we do like
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But after there's a test on.
I think there's 4.
Problem
I
is,
have 3 tests tomorrow, and I have to finish reading and the questions for 2 Bible chapters.
Actually, we'll
I
do 2 tests in a quiz.
I did the Bible questions in a day, so.
alright, what would be a good first step for number 9?
Multiply the top by -2 and the bottom by 3.
Okay, yeah, 3 and 2, 2 doesn't go into 3, but 2 and 3 both go into 6. So if you multiply one line by 2 and the other by 3 or -3 or whatever, that will give you 6 and -6. So I'm going to do the top times 2 and the bottom times -3.
Mr. Jordan?
Yeah.
If you do it by different number, we still get the same answer, it's just harder or what?
What did you use?
I did try to like. Can I-
Well,
can I-
some, like the last time we didn't have to do that because this times 2 equals -2.
I know, but like, could
Three
use 12 on 9, but like, would it still work instead of 6?
Well, you have to make, you can multiply by different numbers, but you either gotta make the x's like this or the y's like this. But there are different things we could do. You need your x's or y's to cross out, cancel out.
Yeah.
So what's the other thing you were thinking?
No.
So 3 and 2 also go into 12.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking? Like you could multiply this line by 4 and then line by 6. It'll still work. Or you could get rid of the y's by multiplying by 2 and 9. 2 times, yeah. Anyways. The x's go away. That's -24y equals 24.
Y equals 24.
Okay, the more work you show, guys, even if you do get the answer wrong, the more that makes sense, the more likely I'll give you partial credit. So, I'll plug -1, I guess, to the bottom one for y. So, 2 times -1 is -2. Put it right there. So, yeah. You guys, how are we feeling about this chapter?
I feel like
I don't know.
if we had it on another day.
Yeah, if you got like a note card and I.
No, I feel like if we did it on another day, I wouldn't be stressed out so it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Why can't we do it Monday?
Because
The quarter ends tomorrow.
Tomorrow is
Mr. Jordan, if you
Yeah.
had, if you had like substitution and elimination like on the board, that'd be so, like, it'd be so much better. It'd actually be so much easier.
Like, what do you mean, like an example problem?
No,
Yes.
well, yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
that would actually be insane.
No,
But
that's
rather
actually-
just the steps to do it.
Yeah.
Miss Conrad, she let us have a note card on her last test. Like a whole
It's
note
not
card.
happening, guys. It's not
That's
happening. You have
because
to
she
know
had
this
us
by heart.
memorize a bunch of chemistry formulas.
All right.
19.
Let's do one more on this, and then this is use whatever method you want.
I know how to do substitution and elimination. It's just
It's
like.
just the difference between the two, it's gonna mess me up.
Well, if you know that you can do one but not the other, then just do that one, and then we'll get partial credit at least for those. So this is you solve but use whatever method you want.
This is weird.
Oh wait, I messed it up.
Wait, isn't there a solution?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I know what this is gonna be.
Oh, I know what this is gonna be. Yeah, I know what this is gonna be.
Yeah, literally just get negative 2. I mean, shit.
Don't tell us the answer.
Don't tell
We wanna
us.
figure it out. Educate ourselves in the art of math.
Can I say the answer before you get it? Sure.
You're just telling other people to be hushed.
You could also try it by subtracting the 3x to those, and then that way you have y.
Gone. -6.
So now solution.
Does 0 equal -6? Is that true? No, it's nonsense. So this is no solution. What if it had been, and I don't actually remember what the test was, but what if it had been like -6 equals? That's infinite solutions, different than all real numbers, because there's an x and a y. But yeah, this one was no solution.
But we know the no solution.
Can we get help on word problems? Because those are super confusing.
Yeah, can we do like one or two of those? Cause
Yeah.
that's gonna sound.
That's the.
How many are?
Well, which
are?
Here,
Yeah.
which one?
Okay.
Because some of the word problems are usually.
Especially to the
Well, I doubt he's playing those. But
Any of
but I'm
those
talking
are
about
in-
ones with like different digits.
Mr. Jordan, how many word problems are on the test?
2.
That's fine.
Is one of them a digit?
But there's not a lot of questions though, so you can't.
Oh.
They're extra
How many
credit,
questions
right?
are there?
Can you make one of them extra
I'm gonna
credit?
get it wrong.
That would save everybody's grade. If you made one of them extra credit.
Can't find it.
Do you
Oh,
want to save
no.
our
Wait,
lives?
please tell me they're not digits.
Oh, those are
Oh,
pairs.
so not digits, that's good.
Yeah, because those are
The
pairs.
digits like the A, the 10A, and then a B.
Oh.
I don't know what I did with that.
Mason, you heard.
He's praying. Amen.
Is this like based on the
Brain on.
I think I'm working.
Okay, well,
5 minutes.
oh, there it is. It's right from
Oh, yeah,
this.
we got like 3 minutes.
I really don't know.
Okay,
Less than 5 minutes.
one of them is just like the sum, what number is this, 11? The sum of two numbers is, I don't know, let's say 63. Everybody should be able to do this one. They're different, this might be easier than the not word problems actually.
Yeah, those are super easy.
Their difference is
57.
23. Find the numbers.
Now what do I do?
Okay, how do we write the sum of two numbers? What's this mean, sum of two numbers?
Add.
Means adding. The two numbers is 63. What's difference mean? minus, subtract the 2 and you get 23. So you got a really pretty simple problem. What's the easiest way to solve this one? Elimination. Add the 2 lines together and the b's go away. And you get 2a equals 86. Is that the answer? That's one of the answers. That's not the final answer. A is 43, you also have to have B. So 43 plus what equals 63? Yeah, plug it back in. You should get 20 for the other one on this. See?
Is that what they're gonna be like, or is
Please
it?
stick those,
Well, there's one more.
Is it the
Wait, we don't have enough
Okay.
time. Do we stick with it?
Oh, we don't have enough time.
Marla invested, let's
We
say,
leave in like a minute.
$3,000.
You don't care.
Bill doesn't speak like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's say at 4% in one investment and 5% in the other.
How short are lunch periods?
And she made like $400 interest. This might not work. Let's say she made $250 interest. So if she invested $3,000, that's investment A plus investment B is $3,000. You guys remember how to write 4%?
Yeah.
It's 0.04 plus 5% equals 250. That's how you set it up. She invested 2 investments, total of $3,000. 4% of the first investment plus 5% of the second investment got her $250.
Like multiply it by negative, it's like.
Wait, is it still due?
No.
It's just
If you multiply by 100, you can move the decimals over. Remember that trick?